What up guys, it is Justice here and welcome to a new video. This one is focused around Halo 5 Guardians, and just before I get into this video, I have purchased a new microphone that has finally been delivered, the Rode NT USB. And I'm just testing the mic audio out on this video. Feel free to leave feedback down below and compare it to my previous videos where I've been using a blue snowball mic. So this video is on Halo 5 Guardians. I've recently purchased this game and I'm just going to say straight away, I absolutely love this game. It takes me back to Black Ops 2 competitive league play when you refer to the multiplayer. The campaign is alright and I've completed 7 missions so far on co-op with a few mates on legendary difficulty. And it is a lot of fun doing co-op missions with mates and fighting the bosses, and it really does feel like Halo 3, the campaign, when you fight against the hunters, which have huge rocket launchers, and it really does have that, you know, old school Halo feel to it. However, a lot of the main action on the campaign is just shown in the cutscenes, and every time I watch a cutscene, I really want to do what is in that cutscene. It's quite hard to explain unless you actually play the campaign, but all the cool stuff happens in the cutscenes, and you just want to at least be controlling it in some way. It feels like you're just going through the campaign, killing monsters here and there on large maps. It's a very open environment, so you know it's not very linear. It's not a linear environment, which is great. But as soon as you get to a certain checkpoint, it then goes into a cutscene, and it's as if the boss fight happens there rather than you actually taking control of it. So that's one thing which disappointed me, but the multiplayer makes up for that hugely. Halo 5 multiplayer, one word: competitiveness. It is extremely competitive, and I will be using Destiny for like my casual FPS gameplay, but when I jump onto Halo 5, it's because I'm going to go all out to win that game. And the reason why it's addicting is because you get given a competitive skill rating when you play certain game modes. Now, the most favorite game mode for me personally is the Team Arena, because there's loads of different game modes within that. It's a team-based game, 4v4. It takes me back to League play, where you search for a match-made game, and you get matched up against people with a similar competitive skill rating, CSR it's called, and with that rating, you will then go full out on a specific game mode, such as Capture the Flag, Slayer, which is TDM, and there's also a couple of other new game modes that have been introduced into Halo 5. One of which is probably my favorite because it reminds me of Hardpoint on Call of Duty Black Ops 2 again, and they definitely have used that for an inspiration, I feel. And this game mode will be shown in this video. I'm going to do a talk over around that game because it's crazy, and I go on a 17 kill streak. But just before I do get into that game, I want to explain the competitive rankings as a whole, because I'm going to inform you or share with you my goal for the next month and on this game when I do play it. And Halo 5 will be a temporary game for me. I am absolutely loving it. I've not felt like this about a first-person shooter game in a very long time. I'm like staying up until 2 AM in the morning. I'm just no life in this game right now. But the competitive skill rating, the ranking system, there are 6 tiers within the ranking system, plus an additional 2, which I'll get to in a minute. So the initial 5 tiers are bronze, silver, gold, platinum, then diamond. And then there's a bonus 2 tiers where they are the best in the world, Onyx and champion tier. So currently I am platinum rank 2. Here, so you have to play 10 matches to get a ranking, and my initial ranking was gold rank 1. In order to progress up a tier, there's an emphasis on actually winning the game. So it doesn't matter how many kills you get or deaths you get, it's all about whether you win that game or not. Of course, if it was free for all, then of course it's based on kills, and Slayer, if it's TDM, it's based on kills. But the playlists that I play are team-based playlists. The only way to rank up is by winning consecutively. So for team-orientated playlists like the one which I prefer playing, this emphasizes the importance of team play. Whether you drop a 17 kill streak in the game or not, it doesn't matter. If you lose the game, it impacts your skill rating. However, you don't just go all the way down, you don't drop a whole tier if you lose a game, but you can drop a rank within that tier. So once you get into that tier, it's all about winning consecutively, and it takes 3 consecutive wins in order to go up a rank within that tier. There are 6 ranks within each tier, so that's bronze, silver, gold. Those are the different tiers, and within gold you've got rank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. After you progress past 6, you then go up a tier. Now, my goal, which I'm sharing with you right now, I want to go for the Onyx tier. Onyx tier is right before Champion. If you get into the Champion tier, you're in the top 200 players within the world. Onyx, I'm guessing, is within the top 500 or so, the top 1,000. At least when you get into the Onyx tier, you can actually see a leaderboard, and you're going to be on that leaderboard. Right now, you can't see any leaderboards in terms of how close you are next to somebody. As soon as you get into the Onyx tier, there's such a few people in that tier that you actually can see who you're up against, and it's really interesting, and this is why I'm addicted to it, because I'm quite a competitive person, and this really brings it out in you. And like Black Ops 2, and I keep referring it to that because it reminds me of it so much. It's basically the same thing. There are different seasons on a monthly basis. This one, I'm guessing after about a month they will start the seasons properly. This is just like an introduction to it, but it'd be nice to get up to Onyx just to prove that I can do it. And it's a lot harder right now because there's so many people playing. But if you can progress up that learning curve quickly, then you do have an advantage over people who, learn slower on the game in terms of the movement and how to kill people and the accuracy. Accuracy is a huge part of this game in terms of headshots, which you'll see later in this video. But yeah, there are different seasons, and in each season I probably will try out a different game mode, just for the fun of it, rather than sticking with one game mode. But yeah, that is the ranking system. And I'm now going to go on to the actual game that I've played earlier today, where I went on a 17 kill streak. I'm actually going to talk through my thought processing through this game, and share with you the full gameplay. It's about 7 minutes, so hopefully you'll enjoy this. Okay, so on Halo 5, this just proves how competitive this game's going to be. There is a theater mode, and you can have a look at your previous game. So anyone who doesn't have a capture card, they can look back at how they played, and they can analyze, and be self-critical upon their gameplay. So straight away I'm playing a game mode, a new one called Stronghold. And that's a headshot right there. By the way, you know when it's a headshot when you kill somebody, because on the left-hand side of the screen there, it comes up with my name, FZX Justice, and there's a little circle next to the pistol, let's say, which I'm using. That shows that I headshotted the guy. There you go, another headshot, second in the row. So this game mode is called Stronghold. And this is like Hardpoint on Call of Duty. There are 3 bases, and in order to score a point, in order for your team to score a point, you need to hold 2 out of the 3 bases, and then you can start scoring points. If you don't have 2 of the bases, you can't score any points. And the way your team scores a point is by killing one of the enemies whilst you hold 2 bases on the map. So we're currently on a killing spree right now, and I'm going to say right now, this is the area which I hold, and within the team, this was an agreement. My role within this game was to hold all of this ground, was to hold the basement and the nest, and to make sure the enemy do not take these 2 bases. It's absolutely paramount. We need to keep these 2 bases, and I'm playing the passive holdback role, almost the tanker role, and I'm keeping this area locked down. Now, when the enemies are highlighted in red, that's because I'm on theater mode and I'm actually analyzing where the enemies were. So if you play a really good game, you can go and watch it back and see where the enemies actually were on the map compared to where you thought they were. It's really interesting actually to do this. There's another headshot right there, and I actually throw a grenade down there thinking there's an enemy there, but obviously my teammates just killed him. So yeah, I absolutely love this game mode. I'm going to go briefly over the weapons as well. You will see me have the pistol, which I use most of the time. This pistol is the most accurate weapon which you start off with, unless you can get hold of a battle rifle. But it's about 3 shots in the head, or I'm going to have to actually watch this really carefully. It's usually 3 to 5 shots in the head will kill the enemy. Sometimes more, but I think that was about 5 shots there in the head. So it can be between 3 and 5. And the pistol is obviously my favourite weapon. It's not like Call of Duty where you have loads of different weapons to choose from. Everybody starts off with a pistol and an auto rifle, and then you can pick up weapons throughout the map. They appear at different times, and there is a commentator that broadcasts when there's a weapon appearing, such as a DMR sniper or a rocket launcher, or even a plasma caster. There are various different grenades that are on the top left-hand corner of the screen there. When there's a little star next to your name when you've killed somebody, that means you've got a perfect kill, which means I got a headshot on every single hit. And I've just killed 2 people, by the way. I don't even know what happened there. I think what happened there is he actually threw a grenade, and I shot the grenade as he threw it, and it killed both of them. That was just unbelievable. I was just completely shocked, to be honest. So as you can see, me and my teammate there are making sure we keep the nest base, which is the one right behind me now. I'm actually trying to find some ammo, because I'm starting to run out of pistol ammo now. I just saw somebody on the basement there, so I'm going to lob a couple of grenades there, and it'll take, yeah, you got 1 shot, because he was also damaged by my grenade. Now, this game mode is all about locking down an area, which is exactly what we are doing here. And every time they try and capture that basement, I'm on it. There we go, another kill straight off the bat. Almost died there. That was the closest call of me dying. It was from a grenade. My teammate right next to me actually died from that. As you can see, I'm like thrusting left to right. On the default controller, if you press B, you can thrust from left to right. Now, they're trying to take over Nest, so I'm lobbing grenades up there to weaken them. It's okay, he killed himself. I'm not quite sure how he killed himself, but he did. He killed himself. So right now, I've run out of pistol ammo. I'm running over some dead bodies, trying to find some. Still don't find any, so now I'm stuck with an auto rifle, which isn't the best accuracy-wise. It takes a lot of bullets. I'm going to try and take this guy down. There we go, took him down. With the auto rifle, obviously it's better to do headshots, but it's very hard to keep the accuracy on it, so I always aim for the body. Going to take this guy down as well, and now I have pistol ammo once again, switching over to my most favoured weapon now that I've got ammo. The score limit on this game, by the way, is 100 points. And you can see that in the bottom right hand corner of the screen. So I've just saw someone try and take over Nest, lobbing grenades up there to do the initial damage. And there we go. Killed him with the grenade. And that was a perfect kill there, 5 shots to the head. I know this isn't the most intense gameplay in the world. This is just one example of where I'm playing an anchor role, a passive role. There are obviously other game modes where you're really being aggressive. And that's game 100-4. Halo's constant 60 frames per second performance is a large reason for why this feels so good to play. Map design is beautiful, and whilst I'm enjoying this game, I'm going to keep playing it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.